This common amateur mistake could be ruining your golf swing. Guys, we are back. So before we get into today's video, I just want to say a massive thank you to Stockport Golf Club in Cheshire. Without them, you wouldn't be getting a video from the golf course today. Unfortunately, my home club is not open till the 1st of June. And just walking down the 14th here, I just want to say a massive, big shout to the green staff. I know it's been hard, I know a lot of staff haven't been here, and what is deemed as essential maintenance and the expectations of members is probably hard to balance. But overall, I can say, coming straight out of lockdown, coming straight out for your first round today, it's looking very good here. This is Wednesday Wisdom. And the most important area of the game we never think about. So we always put a lot of onus on what we do on the golf ball, pre-shot routines, swing thoughts, drills, feelings. But do we ever think about that 95% of the time on the golf course? That time in between shots? Honestly, it is so important. That's why we're covering it in today's Wednesday Wisdom. And none of us have actually ever thought about this area of the game before. And it has a massive impact on actually our score, our mental attitude on the golf course. That is why in between shots for me is an untouched area and very important. So tip number one, whilst you're walking in between shots, and there's always going to be a time on the golf course where we have potentially bad thoughts, bad shots, or a hole that we don't like, I want you to remind yourself of some of your favourite pro shots. So Tiger Woods holing out on 16, Phil Mickelson at the Masters under the trees in the pine straw. All these things give you good thoughts, good feelings, which take your mind off the bad ones. Because it's so easy to let it wander. 153 to the middle, going 9-iron here. A little bit downwind. Right, number two. Now, if I ask you to put your attention in a certain place, it makes it a little bit easier to do so. So as you're walking, I want you to put your attention on your feet. Because if you're thinking about your feet and thinking, right, I'm gonna put my heel down, heel, toe, it's taking your attention away from bad thoughts, bad feelings, and bad swings. So a lot of you might think, right, Alex, you've totally lost the plot there. That is totally mumbo jumbo. I can assure you it's not. That tip has come from Carl Morris. Now, if you don't know who Carl Morris is, Carl Morris worked with Louis Oosthuizen when he put that dot on his glove. And actually, I've got a good question for you. When I saw Louis Oosthuizen win the Open with a dot on his glove, next day I put the dot on my glove and I thought, right, I'm gonna win this junior medal, I'm gonna win it. So comment down below, did you, after seeing Louis Oosthuizen put the dot on your glove, did you do it too? Tip number three is this. Now, a lot of us on the golf course won't take on enough water, and this will have a detrimental effect on your golf swing and literally could ruin it. If you look at all the top players, and I had David Horsey and David Horsey's caddy on the golf chat show recently, and he said he has at least 2 of these every 9 holes with a hydration salt in it, because becoming dehydrated affects your mental capacity, affects your muscles, so you can't make as good a swing and you're not thinking about your shots as well. It's so important. I want to challenge you to actually having some more water out on the golf course, because in Wednesday Wisdom, this is the best tip you're ever going to hear. Now, if you're watching this thinking these tips are a little bit stupid and a little bit nonsense, I can assure you these are tips that I want you to bring into habits. So, for example, thinking about good shots, whether they're yours, whether they're professionals. Thinking about your feet, taking your attention away from those bad thoughts, and that's a really nice one. And the final one, having more water, because I can assure you, having more water, thinking about good things, is the best way to playing good golf. Now, if you bring them into your habits, I can assure you, you're going to have massive gains on all your playing partners without even them knowing what you're doing, and they're going to want to know what you're doing and want to start copying you. So make sure you bring them into your everyday golfing habits. You may have noticed, actually, I got a yardage without using the laser that I normally use. I used the Garmin. Now, this is the first time I've had it out on the golf course. It's pretty cool being able to move the flag and use it. Now, if you still want to win this, there is a chance. I'll leave the link at the end of today's video, so make sure you head over there and enter the giveaway to get your hands on the Garmin S62. Now, before we leave, a massive thank you for joining me today on Wednesday Wisdom. If you did enjoy the content, that big red button down there, make sure you smash it. And also, if you did enjoy it, you know what to do, hit the thumbs up button too. See you tomorrow.